Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Boys and girls, we're going to be talking a bit about price today. A couple fun articles out. One specifically has to do with XRP. And there's an analyst that believes that XRP is, quote, poised for 60% bounce off of major support. And the quote was used, fireworks incoming. So I'll be sharing that with you. I've got a piece about a general altcoin rally, which of course does include XRP. This is very pertinent to us as XRP holders. And there's new proof out there, new evidence says one analyst that it's on the way, it's coming. And this particular analyst, which I'm going to cite in the next piece, has never felt so confident in a claim, so in a chart claim anyway. That's the way I read it anyway. And then I'll end the video with something not XRP related. It's a piece from Daily Hodl. Bitcoin bank accounts launched in 31 European countries. So we got lots to talk about here. But before we get going, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, let's be bestest buds. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. So this that's not even a word, pedal? What the hell did I just say? So this piece is titled, Crypto Analyst Says XRP Poised for 60% Bounce Off Major Support. I can't help but feel if Moonbay were here, she would have properly read that. Oh, by the way, I will say this. Moonbay is going to be in one of my videos today here. I mapped out my content for the day, and there's going to be 4 videos today. I know it varies wildly, but it has to do with a blend of two things. How much interesting news is actually out during the day, and how much free time do I have? So today, with the blend of those two things taken into consideration, I'm putting out 4 videos today, and Moonbay is going to be in one of them. Probably the last one. I'm sure I'll put her picture in a thumbnail or something. So it's been hilarious. Ever since she was on, the 2 videos over the last week or so, I get... these comments do crack us up, I gotta admit, because we're reading through them. But somebody, more than one person was typing, when Moonbay? Well, I can answer that today. Moonbay today. She has promised she's coming on. So anyway. All right, let me hop into this. Crypto analysts are sizing up the potential path ahead for XRP, the third leading cryptocurrency by market cap. An analyst who goes by the name Pentoshi is predicting, quote, fireworks incoming for the digital asset, and says it touched a historic level of support on Poloniex that dates all the way back to 2014. Yes, olden times. Here's the tweet. XRP, I'm ready to stop being bearish. Bias has changed. Notes on chart. Historical level dating back to 2014 on Polo chart. Sellers losing momentum. Targeting 4K. Fireworks incoming. And then he's got 3 little fire emojis just to show how serious them fireworks going to be. At the time of publishing, XRP is up 1.47% at 25.78 cents. Pentoshi says he believes XRP is now targeting a 60% increase in its price against Bitcoin, which would be a rise from that 2014 support level at about 2,500 satoshis up to 4,000 satoshis. 2 fellow crypto analysts say XRP will first have to prove it can overcome strong levels of resistance. According to News BTC analyst Ayusha Jindal, I'm sure I butchered that one. We're going to call you Steve. I can pronounce that. According to News BTC analyst Steve, XRP is now brushing up against resistance at 25.8 cents. Thanks, Steve. That helped me out there. Yeah, and I still must insist, and I feel very strongly about this, or pretty strongly. Alt season is coming, and there's a couple of reasons. Even without looking too intensely at charts, are the altcoins still here? Because you remember what the whole theory was in the bear market of 2018. Oh, look at all these ICOs, all the altcoins are all getting washed out, and okay, some of them did, but how many cryptocurrencies are out there still being actively traded on exchanges? Something like 2,300 or some stupid number like that. You don't need 2,300 cryptocurrencies, but anyway, they are out there. They're existing. They're getting traded. And so I'd say that the concept of the bear market, kind of just flushing out the market in 2018, and I don't think that's come to fruition. There's no data to support that. I haven't seen any. I'm looking over all the reports out there. Some people just have this opinion, this feeling that alts are never coming, like, for instance, Bitcoin maximalist Max Kaiser. He believes that, for example. That's just a feeling, though. There's what is the evidence? What I'm saying is these coins, and if you look historically, there's been all these numerous cycles, maybe several or so within the last 5 years. I've reported on this in the past, where you just have these cycles of Bitcoin dominance where it gets really high, and then altcoins, they really rally, and you have your alt season, and we're on the cusp of that. If history is to repeat itself, and it's not financial advice, but if it is, I've been saying for a while we're about there. It doesn't mean it's down to the minute, day, week, month, whatever, but it's coming. It's just conceptually it's coming, and I'm about to show you more reasons as to why I actually believe that. So check this out. This is also from Daily Hodl. This piece titled "Bloomberg Shift Signals Altcoin Season May Be on the Horizon." Bloomberg says the tide may be turning for the altcoin market. Alternative crypto assets have struggled to gain footing in recent months, with Bitcoin's dominance of the overall market rising from 50.5% on April 1st to 69% at time of publishing. But in a new report, Bloomberg's Vildana Hadrick says a renewed correlation between BTC and alt may show a shift is on the horizon. Here's a quote. Technical indicators show the price action between Bitcoin and alternative tokens is nearing its highest correlation this year, indicating that a so-called alt season may be on the horizon. Alternative coin prices appear to be mimicking Bitcoin nearly 1-to-1, with the highest correlation happening between Bitcoin and Ether, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. And what have I been saying? Here? The users, who's even a user? Everybody's just trading. Everybody that's buying and selling cryptocurrencies, they're really not in any meaningful way parsing out the differences between the coins. You gotta realize this. This is what's happening here. And given that's the case, if you believe that to be true, as I certainly do, why would there not eventually, at some point in time, be an altcoin rally? History shows us it's happened in the past. We understand why. There's been no flushing out of crap projects in the system. There's been no evolution and maturation in the market as far as people actually deciding, hey, this coin actually is being adopted and used for stuff. Let's go ahead and price it differently. That's not happening. You've got XRP, literally the only cryptocurrency used in the commercial production of anything. And, okay, fine, it is third in market cap because enough people realize that, but still, almost all of its price action moves in tandem with Bitcoin. If you zoom out far enough, you can see it. And sometimes it actually moves even more quickly. Like I'm not going to pull it up for the sake of this video, but I bet if I went to Live Coin Watch, the chart pattern for the last 7 days, which is on the main page of Live Coin Watch, I bet it looks almost exactly the same. I bet XRP and Bitcoin look almost exactly the same. That is correlation. Then, of course, you've got David Schwartz, creator of the XRP ledger, co-creator anyway, Ripple's CTO. He has said that he finds it shocking how correlated XRP's price is to Bitcoin's. And he has made the point that I keep making on this channel, which is the market is just not ready to flesh this out. It's more like conceptually people understand, okay, there's something to this crypto thing. There really is, but we don't know who the winners are going to be, and so we're going to buy and sell a whole bunch of different things, and it's going to move in tandem with Bitcoin because that's the market leader. That's pretty much what's happening here. And the piece continues here. Excuse me. Crypto analyst Patty Stash told his 12,000 followers on Twitter that the relative strength index, RSI, of the overall altcoin market shows it's currently oversold. And this is what I was referencing towards the beginning of this video, and I've covered Patty Stash on this channel before, so check out what Patty Stash has to say here. This tweet says, I just discovered something that makes me feel so much more confident that alt season is imminent. Check out how oversold that RSI is on the weekly chart. This chart just made my week. Never once has the RSI been that oversold. Look at other charts with that setup. And then he's got the 3 little rocket emojis. We feeling bullish up on here. And so for me, it's cool. So he can see it on a chart. I am not a chart analyst. I'm happy to report on people that do know what they're talking about when it comes to this stuff. But I'm coming more from a fundamentals point of view, which is I can see literally just scroll down CoinMarketCap. Are coins here? Are they being traded still? Thousands of them. Yes. Are they moving in tandem with Bitcoin still? Yes. then why the hell would there not be an alt season? That conceptually, it makes no sense to me. It's more like it's a narrative that some maximalists of Bitcoin want to be true that is not true. That's how I perceive it anyway. Then this piece continues. Meanwhile, crypto analyst Nicholas Merton says he believes altcoins are in a cyclical correction and are currently, or soon to be, overbought. Taking a look at the overall market cap of the altcoin space, we can see that altcoins go through pretty severe depths, but they go through pretty significant rallies. And I don't want to say we're going to do anything near what we did last time, in this case, because in the sense of price gains, I think that was a phenomenal once-in-a-lifetime kind of an event. We will have some great altcoin cycles, but nothing like that. What do you guys think about that? I'm not completely sold on the concept. I don't know that the next major rally is going to be able to match in terms of percentage gains. I don't know that it'll match what happened towards the end of 2017. So maybe he's right. But I also think that there's this huge opportunity given the small percentage of humans that are participating in this brand new asset class. I'm not completely convinced on that concept. I think there's opportunities for substantial gains, especially for those cryptos that have staying power. But even in parabolic shifts, I'm saying that the craziness that happened at the end of 2017, I'm not convinced that won't happen again at some point. Even if it's not this bull run, I'm just not convinced that that you're not going to see that, because what I envision is a multi-trillion-dollar asset class at some point. I believe you could have certain coins, just individual coin that has a multi-trillion-dollar market cap, if it's genuinely adopted, genuinely useful, and there's a lot of reasons for that, which I've discussed on this channel. I do believe that's possible, so given that I believe that's possible in terms of percentage gains, it's hard for me to believe conceptually that that was it. That was the once-in-a-lifetime thing. That's what Nicholas Merton thinks, and he seems like a good guy. He's I don't know that he's a maximalist of anything, but he's definitely not an XRP fan, but I subscribe to his channel. I don't watch him as much anymore, because that was more like when I got into crypto in the early days towards the end of 2017. I really enjoyed watching him, but then as I researched more and more, I was like, holy crap, XRP is the only coin that's being adopted right now. And it's still the case. It's still the case. Like a year and 9 months later, or however the hell long I've been in this now, still the case. And so I stopped watching. Nothing against him. He seems like a real nice dude. But I stopped watching his channel as much just because I was like, it's just like, he's anti-XRP, and on top of that, that's the only place I see actual adoption. And my entire investment thesis is that utility matters. So I've gravitated more towards XRP news, and that's why I'm running a channel that is XRP centric. But I appreciate hearing diverse opinions. I'm not really on board with him. You can tell me what you think. Do you think he's right? Was it the crazy parabolic move that we saw into 2017? Was that it? We're once in a lifetime. It's already passed. I'm not so convinced. All right, check out this piece. Bitcoin bank accounts launch in 31 European countries. Residents of Europe can now use their smartphones to open a German bank account with an integrated Bitcoin wallet, thanks to a new app from the German blockchain company Bitwala. Bitwala announced the rollout on Thursday, saying customers in all 31 countries of the European Economic Area can access the benefits of a German bank account with the ability to buy and sell Bitcoin. Bitwala charges a 1% fee on trading, but offers their accounts and debit cards for free. Lost cards can be directly canceled on the app, according to the company. Says Benjamin Jones, co-founder and chief technical officer at Bitwala. Our developers have been working hard for months to provide our users with the best app experience possible. We are particularly proud to have reduced the onboarding time for new customers. Onboarding is now directly integrated into the app. Once you have an account, you can seamlessly integrate your daily banking activities, whether in Bitcoin or Euro, into your everyday life. And so the reason I want to report on this, even though it's not XRP related really at all, I like reporting on infrastructure being built around the world of cryptocurrencies, and I'm also not a maximalist of XRP, or any coin for that matter, and I never will be. Never. That makes no damn sense. So I just want a thriving ecosystem. That's what I want. So I want Bitcoin to do well. You know me, if you've listened to me, I'm highly skeptical of its longevity. Unless something happens that causes it to actually be adopted, I'm skeptical of its ability to hold value long term. And we're looking over a course of decades. Maybe it goes more or less the way of the dodo. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sold on that. So you can tell me what you think here. But nonetheless, I love seeing the infrastructure built out here. And to me, it just seems, if we were to fast forward, I don't know how long you'd have to fast forward, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it is, crypto in some capacity is going to be a part of pretty much everybody's life on the planet, even if it's just being used in the background for stuff. Such early days, boys and girls, but that's what's exciting to me. I know that I found something special when I discovered XRP, and I'm willing to bet if you're listening to this channel, you feel the same way. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!